Hello everybody, my name is Magnus and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 2. We're going to start out by going over what's in this battle. We don't have any new guys of our own, but we do have a new enemy. The huge bat. And this one is a pain. You see that 18 attack is just absolutely devastating. Otherwise, the main problem with flying monsters in general, they are hard to hit, just like in Shining Force 1, so we have to watch out for that. And we don't have any archers to make up for it, so we're kind of on our own. In this case, yeah, everybody else can catch up. I don't really like attacking from here too much, but Chester's not in too much danger. And look at that! He's doing 5 points of damage to oozes now. Isn't that exciting? Awesome. Okay, now we'll keep Sarah kind of over here. Now, I did have my comparison, or a little bit of comparison for Shining Force 1 and 2. Shining Force 1 tends to have a ton of terrain that gets in your way. Shining Force 2 occasionally has that, and this is one of the times where it has it, where I have massive problems with it. There you go, Bowie. Just need a little bit more out of you. I figured that was going to happen. That's fine. That's fine. I should be able to get rid of this huge rat. Not with Chester, but somebody else. Everybody else should be able to go. There we go. At least for the way the turn order's been going. Another kill for Jaha, who's been on a roll and is probably close to leveling up again. Pretty sure he was close last time. Oh no, 65. Okay. He's the closest, though. Well, Sarah? Oh, Sarah. Okay, yeah. He's the closest. Nice. Yeah, Shining Force 1 there's just some maps that, or most maps near the end, in Chapter 7, in Chapter 6, have so much terrain in there, it's just ridiculous. This one kind of goes with that, but there is at least a path that you can go where you're not reducing too much of the movement, so there's hope in this one. Shining Force 1, there was a lot of areas where there was no hope. There's a couple of battles in this that are like that, but they're meant to be like that, and they're very few and far between. Really, they're usually just a path that you can take that makes it difficult. So I like it a little bit better. Like, I didn't have problems moving Chester around too much here. Go. There, we got rid of that ooze. Yeah, this battle should be going pretty quickly. Another all getting ones. Thanks. Alright. Yeah, so those two up ahead shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, the huge bat's gonna fly. I think I'm gonna bait with Sarah. Let's see here. What's your movement like? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can attack here. So attack there, there, there. Everybody else, I can kind of just move one space away, and we should be fine. There we go. See, this, after the last battle, you have plenty of experience to be able to deal with this threat pretty easily. Yep, and the sleeping bats come back. So I do have to kill that bat, or else Sarah is dead, which would be not too big of an issue, but an issue nonetheless. That I definitely want solved. There we go. So we should, keyword should, there we go, be able to take him out. And we got an extra medical herb. There you go. Fantastic. Now, Jaha is pretty well leveled, so I want to try to get the kills on these other two, especially since they're so close to leveling up. I'll move over here. I don't want to separate my team too much. That giant rat's actually moving forward. So, unfortunately, Sarah's not going to get the levels that she needs because she is sleeping. Thanks, Sarah. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out here. Which means they can attack there. So moving Chester as, to put him as bait. And everybody else is close enough to go after this. I did want him a little bit closer, but that's okay. Hey, nice counterattack. There you go, Chester. You almost got a level off of that. Alrighty. Let's see if the mighty Bowie can do enough damage to gain a level. There we go. HP by 2, there we go. Now we're starting to see something. Yay, finally awake. No longer sleeping on the job. Okay. And you should be safe doing this. And boom. See, I think that they did a weird balance with nice 2 defense and 2 HP. That's fantastic, Chester. They did a weird balance with the maps. Like, this one is fairly simple, pretty easy. Where the last one, you first get into it, you can easily get crushed. They kind of have like a forward and back effect. The difficulty definitely does spike at some point, though. But I wouldn't call any of these any type of difficulty spikes. Alrighty. I'll tell you when you get to a difficulty spike. Alright. It's a nice even spread there. Jaha's not able to get it, but that's okay. I kind of wanted Bowie to gain a little bit more experience. There we go. This should be good. Nobody died. Cool. That one was a nice, quick, like, 5-minute battle. This is Howel's house. Sir Howel, Grand Seal friends are here. I don't know if I'm using the same voice, but going with it. Strange. There's no answer. Has he gone somewhere? Well, why didn't you wait for him inside? And? Trouble's afoot. Who are you? Oh, Sir Howel! Oops, you came back early. You? What did you do to Sir Howel? And they just run. Cowards. Oh, Kazin. Sir, you're alive? It's no use running after them. Are you okay, sir? Why did they do such a cruel thing? They were Golem soldiers. They demanded my notes on Ground Seal. They suddenly snatched at them and whisper. Who is it? What did he say? He's Bowie from Ground Seal. He said that Ground Seal is opened, and a serious disaster took place. He came to see you for more information. What? The door opened? Who broke the ancient seal? Calm down, sir. Why are you so excited? Kazin, listen to me carefully. Grand's island is lost. That tower is a sacred seal that confines a terrible devil. 2 jewels were installed too. Sir, stop talking, or you'll die. I added a sir in there, of course. I'm almost dead anyway. Kazin, look for the jewels. The seal, ancient. And apparently when somebody dies, they just disappear. Sir! Sir Howel! Don't leave me alone! Oh no! Sir Howel passed away. I'm going to seal the tower. It's Sir Howel's last wish. Bowie, please. His wish is related to your mission, right? Can you go with me and seal the tower? Sad, sad tale. But we do finally have a mage. It's a great addition to us. Now, let's go to the ancient shrine. Alright. So this is one, living alone, that's a sad one. Study the tower. He has, like, everything. There's a diary in there. It doesn't let you read anything, so that's kind of unfortunate, but he has apparently all the books. Sacred War, that one should be interesting. Mountains. Villages. Let's see what he has in here. Antidote. Okay. And healing drop. Fantastic. Okay. course, there's a well. It's a deep and dirty well. Well, that's not what I want to do. Alright, that just went a little fast for me. Okay. So we have a bunch of stuff that we need to spread around here, because Sarah needs the healing herbs here. And we will pass a mithril onto Kazin. Okay, so everybody's got a medical herb. I want to trade that one to Sarah for, the antidote. There we go. Okay, we should be all good. And we continue back. Who are they? Gollum soldiers! Greetings, Grand Seal scum! Why did you kill Sir Howel? How could you be so mean? Answer me! Bowie, we must defeat them so we can learn the truth. Sorry, I messed that one up. Capture them alive. There he goes. The Red Baron himself. Alrighty, so this one's going to be an interesting battle. We'll go pretty much right into it. We have Kazin, your first mage that you get. And just like Teo, you have the Blaze Mage. As he starts off, you get him at level 4, which is great. He's not way behind your guys. Or if you grinded, he's only a little bit behind. It's not too far back. I think it's at an appropriate level. He's got a decent amount of MP, so he's able to use Blaze, 6 times here, since Blaze costs 2. Has an okay amount of hit points and defense, so he can actually survive a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And his other stats kind of don't matter too much, besides agility is pretty decent. So that's why he's going first. For his spell set, and of course I didn't have that prepared right off the bat. So he has Blaze, he gets Muddle, which Muddle makes the enemy miss more. It's not extremely useful. He has Dispel, which gets rid of buffs and things like that. But that doesn't happen a lot too with the enemy. And then gets Diesel, which is fairly random in being able to kill somebody or not. So not that great. He doesn't have that great of a spell set, and I don't think he was meant to. So he kind of fails in that portion where he's your first mage, and you want him to be so good, but he can only get up to Blaze level 4, and that's pretty much it if you go the regular mage route. But you can promote him to be a sorcerer. And as a sorcerer, they get summoning spells. Summoning spells replace their entire spell list with new things, and it's freaking awesome. It does a set amount of damage to your opponents, and it's spread out between all of the opponents that you damage. So instead of doing the same amount to each enemy, it does a larger amount of damage, but you have to split it between everybody that's in the area. So if you're only facing one guy, he takes all of it. So it could be something like 50 points of damage to a cross-section, and if you get the one guy, he takes 50 damage, or 2 guys, they each take 25, so on and so forth. So for Kazin, I rate him as a 3-star unit, and the reason why I rate him as a 3-star unit is his spell selection isn't that good, and to be quite honest, even as a sorcerer, he's not that great. In fact, out of all of the mages that can become sorcerers, or the sorcerers themselves, he gets his spells the latest out of all of them. Now, is Kazin better than the ones that you get later? It can depend. On survivalness, Kazin will win, but, there's certain ones like the ones that you get at Creed's Mansion, which are, those guys that you get at Creed Mansion are pretty much the best out of any of their classes, so it's hard to say, hey, Kazin's a good one when you can get one later, which we'll talk about, that is far superior to him, and you get him at the time that Kazin would be promoting. So why wouldn't you get the other guy? Otherwise, it's a 3-star. You can still absolutely use him in either the wizard or the sorcerer form when you promote him. I prefer him as a sorcerer, and I almost always will do so in my playthroughs. I probably won't be able to in this one because of this specific challenge that I have. I don't think he'll last long enough with us. But otherwise, he's a perfectly viable unit. He's fairly good, and he's your only mage for a while. For some reason, they decided that certain classes, like the ones that you get in the beginning, they take a while for you to get a second one of them. So he's still useful, and in this stage, he absolutely is, because he bypasses some of the heavy defenses, such as this Golem Soldier. All right, a decent amount of HP. Look at that defense of 10. It gets compounded on this 30% terrain, so you're talking a 13 defense on there instead. So a lot of our guys with their even Jaha, he's only doing like 4 points of damage, whereas that Blaze 2 will be able to do 6 to 7 points. You still have your huge bats out here. You have archers as well going after you, which, as you can see, they actually have less attack than the huge bat because of that 25% increase is on the base damage, not including the weapon. So weaponed enemies actually are a little bit easier for you than ones that are attacking you without weapons. But archers are bad news for us. And I mean, look at that HP. Their HP and defense is, well, combined is better than the Golem Soldiers because of the HP. That plus their range, they're pretty difficult to go against. And this battle, you don't actually have to win in order to continue on. So it's a hard battle for some people, and it should be. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth there. I need to check this guy's movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I want to stay out of range. I'm gonna be over here. But this battle is a little bit difficult because of the enemies, but it isn't absolutely terrible, if that makes any sense. Who has the best defense? Just Jaha still, or Chester's fine enough. He's got the HP for it, so he's going to be the bait. Everybody else, I'm just going to keep in this terrain. Oh, okay. That works too for us. Oh, second attack. Oh, nice dodge, Jaha. So you're going to see more events happening in Shining Force 2 than 1, and what I mean by events are number of times that a double attack occurs, a critical occurs, a dodge occurs, a counter attack. So you don't. Oh, fell asleep again. Okay, that was bad. I don't think I could have kept her out of range too, or I could have probably kept her out of range of the huge bat, but it gets complicated. But in either case, actually I think it's because of the counterattack. There's a certain rate that that the criticals happen, double attacks happen, all that type of stuff. I don't remember the rate, so you'll have to forgive me on that. And of course, it's left at 1. Probably would have been better off healing. But because you add in counterattack and the ability for multiple things to happen, whereas Shining Force 1, you couldn't have multiple things happen. You had, besides like a double attack with a critical. Awesome. 2 attack, 2 HP. Fantastic, Bowie. So you had a lot more room for you to only have like certain things happen. And here, you could have a double attack with criticals, dodging, and counterattack all happen at the same time with somebody's special effect. Like okay, there goes Sarah. So there goes my healing. So that's gonna really suck. That was really bad on me. I can still get through this. It's not too terrible. It just makes this a little bit more difficult. I shouldn't have used her to whack the other guy. Sometimes as I'm playing, it can kind of get a little idiotic. Alright, but we still have a full up Kazin. Pretty much on Bowie. Jaha's not too injured. So we're okay. We're going to stay in the terrain. Now what I don't want to do is get in the range of this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and be in the range of the Golem Soldier. So we're going to go here. And just in case, I'm going to use a medical herb on Jaha. So I'm going to have to really depend on those medical herbs. And keep my guys full up round. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's a good distance to start going after them. Now this is putting Kazin in a pretty bad spot, but I think I should be able to block off the area around him. I mean, being able to do that damage right off the bat is good. Well, oh, he went after Jaha, thank God. I thought he was going to go after Kazin, and that was going to be terrible. But yeah, you guys have enough defense to be able to survive this as I go through. And I definitely want to kill this Golem Soldier. Of course. Alright. Yep, and killing the Golem Soldier. There we go. Yeah, but you have more... The battles are a little bit more eventful in Shining Force 2 than 1. And again, they go so much faster. I wouldn't be able to do 2 battles in a single episode in, within 30 minutes or so in Shining Force 1. That'd be pretty much impossible. I'll go over here. This gives more room for guys. Shining Force 2, you just are able to do more in your turn. So it makes it great. Or not more in your turn, but more in the time. Because they go by so quickly. Alright, okay, still gonna go after Jaha. Okay. Sometimes the enemies kind of get stuck in... or the AI kind of gets stuck of what it wants to do. So it'll just keep going after a guy if they're weaker or... Okay, another just straight one's level up. How much HP does this guy have now? 1. Even though it's guaranteed as a blaze, I'm gonna attack here. Just to save some mana. Because I want to use it for the later parts. Bam! And blaze 2! That's what I wanted. So the AI kind of gets stuck facing, or going after certain opponents sometimes, even though, like, they could have killed Kazin. I'm pretty sure they absolutely could have if the turns went right, or at least they could have damaged him and be hurt, and I'd have to retreat with him. But now he's, now he's got Blaze 2 and he's ready to rock. That's one thing that I absolutely wanted out of this battle. You want him level 5 so you can get that Blaze 2 and use it for later on. Okay, so that's done. We are going to use up Medical Herb on this side for Jaha, who's taking the brunt of all this. Unfortunately, Sarah is one of the few healers that you don't really get to level up well with most of the time. It's very unfortunate because you're only healer for a bit. Kazin, I'm just gonna use, or not Kazin, Chester, I'm gonna use you as bait. Kazin, I want you to get behind the bait. There we go. Now we're in terrain, he's out of terrain, and that makes this a lot easier. And I'm going to stay in terrain in case that bat comes. Although, he's pretty far away, but it's always a good practice to get yourself into terrain. Am I saving up blazes? Where's that guy at? Yeah, I'm going to save up blazes. I don't usually do that, but I should have just used it. The main reason why I'm saving it up are the bats. I don't want to miss the bats. Because they're just a pain, and there comes one, so... And see, they get stuck on a single unit sometimes. And you can use that to your benefit. They're not just stuck on your leader, though, so that's always fantastic. Alright. Kazin, you know what? We are Do you have a medical herb? You do. Yes, you're gonna be my secondary healer. Help Chester out here. There we go. And looks like Chester's gonna get this kill. Fantastic. Level 6. And this is one of the reasons why Chester is... He's not the best knight at all, by any means, but he's a really good knight. Get the first hit on him. That's a little bit risky, but that can be worth it. Man, they hate Chester's guts. Oh, he fell asleep. And I'm going to wait that out. Alright. And Kazin gets to shine. Yeah, and if you notice, Blaze 2 costs more in Shining Force 2 than 1. They're almost the same. The blazes, the bolts, the freezes. But they're like very slightly different on MP costs, things like that. Blaze is still good. It's just like slightly more costly. Alright, Jaha's gonna be the bait. I could take on one bat. I said I was gonna wait it out because of the bat, but I forgot that Chester was asleep. But that's okay. And this is why I saved the blazes. Because Kazin, I want him to at least be able to blaze the other archer, or if we're having troubles with the archer, be able to blaze the bat. Or having problems with the bat, blaze the bat. So he needs to go down. This is probably the better move. Because of the damage that Jaha does. Versus what Bowie does. There we go. I would rather have Bowie miss the bat than have Jaha miss the bat. Because I was also blocked off from the archer there. And, well, this won't kill him, but he'll be at 1 or 2 points. There we go. And he's level 6. Another 2 MP, fantastic. And it looks like Jaha will get this kill. There we go. So, lost Sarah. I'll say the last time I played through this, I think the exact same thing happened. But I think you get her back automatically afterwards, or else you'd see her as a big old fire. Also, another thing is, whenever they're doing these cutscenes for Shining Force 2, they bring along important party members to show what's going on. And when you're traveling, you saw Kazin following Bowie. So they bring along whoever's relevant to the story at the time. They bring them along with the hero, which I think is fantastic. It actually gives you a little bit better sense of what's going on in the story. So this one's going to go a little bit longer because of this story, and I'm going to get through it right after I explain this. It's just because of how long it takes to get to a save point. I want to get all the way to the save point. That way there's no weird cuts or anything else like that, but it shouldn't take too long. Your battle strategy was wonderful. I praise you. But I can't let you escape. And he knocks Bowie out anyway. That lad is their leader. Take him. Don't worry. He has only fainted. Take them to Gollum. We could take on those 3. It's just the Red Baron we can't take on. Impossible. Gollum and Grandseal are allies. But it's true. I'm a scholar. I'm here because I tried to stop him. I am the leader of the Gollum army. I disagreed with the war, now I'm here. What did your kingdom do to Gollum? What is the reason for this war? What about Sir Howel? He was killed by Gollum. What did Gollum want? What is Groundseal? Groundseal. Do you know what Groundseal is? What is Groundseal? Please tell me. I heard King Gollum say those words. I just know that something is being concealed. And here you wake up.
Bowie, you finally woke up. We're talking about ground seal. Please, join in.
But first... Yes! The Chirrup Sandals! The Chirrup Sandals. A hidden item. Bowie's not gonna have them. Mostly... what it seems to do, and I don't know if it actually does so, it makes a character, one, it absolutely makes a character, whenever they're walking around, make a chirp sound instead of, like, the regular walking sound. And otherwise, we feel, in the community, I'm pretty sure we feel that the person with the chirp sandals ends up getting attacked more. And that's okay if Chester gets attacked more. And I don't know what I was talking about before I got into here, but we're just going to continue on with the story anyway. What's wrong with the ground seal?
Somebody broke the sacred seal? We're not sure. It seems that somebody stole the 2 jewels.
Oh, look.
Ancient shrine. 2 jewels.
Oh, you woke up. Are you okay?
Why am I?
This is the jail in the basement of Gollum Castle. Say, you mustn't move yet.
Yes, I remember. I was caught by Gollum soldiers.
They took my jewels and brought me here. So, Slade has a weird thing whenever he talks. If it's not... if he doesn't show his portrait, I think it's him either whispering to himself or it is him thinking to himself. Is what it looks like. He's the only character that this really happens to. Oh, one of the other things I wanted to bring up was Bowie. He is not as silent as Max. Max, you don't even hear until the very end of the game. He doesn't say a freaking thing. Bowie, he'll occasionally say stuff, and I'll talk about my opinion on that later. Just so you know, if you see like the yawns or some little talking.
They killed my friends. Ouch! I can hardly move.
Stay here for a while. You need to rest. And he's just gonna lay on the floor. What were we talking about? Oh yes, why is King Gollum interested in ground seal?
Is it related to the open door?
Hey! Does he want the jewels?
What?
The man that broke the seal is to blame for everything.
Oh no.
Are you okay? You know something?
Nope.
We can't stay here. We must escape.
I know, but how can we open that locked door? Oh, Gollum is evading Grandseal while we're sitting here. I'll open the door for you.
This is the craziest one. Oh yes, you're a thief and you can open locked doors. If the head of the army, the leader of the Gollum army knows this, right, then it must be common knowledge. So why would they throw the thief in the jail where he can unlock himself? It's, And no, it's not a game mechanic. This is not Fire Emblem. There's no unlocking doors in the game.
Yes, of course. I'm the great thief, Slade.
And just that easy, apparently.
Okay, it's done. Hurry to your country and save them.
Thank you. Bowie, let's get back to Grandseal.
Why are you being so nice to us? You don't know us. That's because, well...
Tries to...
Is it... Are you the thief that broke the seal?
You are!
Hey, you! Do you know what you've done? A big problem was created because you stole the jewels. I know this thief Slade always steals for the poor people, but you made a serious mistake this time. All these disasters. Everything is your fault.
I didn't mean to.
That's enough. Bowie, let's go.
And we have the huge train here. Wait. You'll be captured if you go that way. I know this castle very well. I know a shortcut. Now go through this shortcut. Big ol' hole. Good job, Gollum Security. You're right, I did it. But I didn't know all this would happen. Please, take me with you. So Slade comes with us. Thanks, I promise to help you. This tunnel leads to the kitchen. We can escape safely. And we're down here, and he's the important character. And if you look in here, more mithril! Fantastic. And we can see in here, yep, Sarah is revived. If your character is dead, you'll see it red instead of white there. You can't forget all the mithril that you can find, or all the hidden items that you can find. There are a lot in Shining Force 2, and I always quickly glance at a guide just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep. And that is, I would always suggest you do that, because they're not exactly... what do I call it? Conspicuous of where to find these things. They're very hidden most of the time. And again, there's a lot of them, especially the mithril. Mithril is important later. Right.
Oh, I'm so busy. Hey, it's noisy next door. It sounds like Mr. Lemon and the King are arguing. Who are you? Now I have to get back to work.
I'm gonna be over, I wanted to overhear there. But in either case, now that we are at a save point here, let's go through, and I don't think we had to worry about anything, so I'm just gonna go through and save. Alrighty. But yeah, there's one opinion I'm going to give before I sign off here is how they deal with Bowie as the protagonist. In games, you usually have either a silent protagonist or a protagonist that speaks most of the time. That when they get addressed, they will respond, and you get to kind of see what their character is like, either through them talking or through them not talking. Shining Force 1 is definitely a silent protagonist, and it meant something when Max actually spoke. It meant two things. Max then became not you in that time, because you were Max. You definitely were Max during the majority of the game, all the way up until that end. So it separated you there, and it kind of gave weight to what he was saying. It made you pay attention. You went, he speaks. He's actually talking, and that was a pivotal moment within that last cutscene, and that's a perfect way of breaking that. In this case, Bowie talks on his own, but does it very seldom. It's really weird when he decides to say something and show something. So I don't really particularly like that, because I want them to either go with one or the other. If he's going to talk, let him talk so we can see how his character is, rather than we think it's us and then we do the yes or no answers, things like that, and then all of a sudden he's speaking on his own in a response. I'd rather him be silent or always responding. Make that choice. But that's my opinion on that. I don't particularly like that, but that's my own opinion. In either case, thank you for watching. If you liked my content here, please give me a like down below, and please subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.